So today I'm bringing you guys another video from work just because I don't have the time to take off. So we're actually comparing two vehicles that are extremely different but really similar at the same time. So first off, you all know about the Rubicon 392 behind me. It's been in many videos before, but we're gonna go over it extremely briefly here in a second. But the car we're really going over is gonna be the Dodge Charger Daytona, and this one is the RT, so it has the 5.7 liter Hemi. With the 5.7 liter Hemi in this Dodge Charger, it's actually got 370 horsepower, 395 foot-pounds of torque, and they rate it for a 0 to 60 time of somewhere right around mid-5s. So I've seen anywhere from 5.3 to 5.6 seconds. Now, of course, with the Daytona package, it comes with a few extra goodies. It gives you quite a few accessories on the inside, just standard features, and also the sticker package on the outside. So there are quite a few things that go in to make the Daytona what it is, and it definitely is a step above the standard RT. Now for the Rubicon 392, just to give you a quick rundown if you don't already know, it does have 470 horsepower, 470 foot-pounds of torque. They are rated from anywhere from a 4.0 second to 4.3 second, 0 to 60. This one, as you can tell, actually has aftermarket wheels and tires, so they're 38 1550s and 20 by 12s with negative 44 offset. Even with those tires on, we're still getting right around 4.5 seconds, 0 to 60. So it's still pretty quick, and that torque is pretty aggressive. Of course, this is all-time all-wheel drive. I have it programmed to where we are able to use two-wheel drive. So for a lot of the tests you're gonna see today, we are just gonna use it in two-wheel drive to have a little bit more fun. And for today's video, we've got Thomas in here as well. He's gonna give us a different perspective. Of course, I have a lot of experience with the Dodge Charger Daytona package and the 5.7 previously in the past. And obviously with the Rubicon 392, I drive it pretty much every day. So you're gonna get two different perspectives here to really see what these vehicles feel like. And now we're gonna get a little exhaust comparison here. And then of course we've got the Rubicon 392. This one is not stock, just to be fair. And now we're gonna start out in the Dodge Charger Daytona. We're actually gonna take it down the street. That way we can get a good baseline for how this actually feels. Of course, the Daytona Charger is gonna feel quite a bit better on the road. There's no way around that, but we're really just gonna be comparing the power today. So for the Charger, of course, it is a four-door, but they're actually a little bit lighter than the Challengers, and many people don't realize that. But in a straight line, it's a lot of fun. Faster than the GTI? A little bit. Now, of course, on these back roads and stuff that we're on right now, we're not going to get up to 100 miles an hour, but you can at least get a good feel for how that power is actually delivered. Of course, they use a similar 8-speed automatic transmission between the Rubicon 392 and the Dodge Charger, so the transmissions in both of these are really, really good at what they need to do. It never really feels like you're searching for a gear. Whenever you need power, you have it. One of the great things about the Dodge Charger Daytona is you do have the ability to change the modes. So now we're going to put it in Super Track Pack mode. It actually sets everything up to where you actually can enjoy this vehicle. It turns off a lot of the nannies, so you don't have to worry about the vehicle limiting its actual performance, and it just makes it quite a bit more fun. So for you, how do you think this feels just in terms of normal speed?
It's pretty fast, it's good, it's fun.
And he just got rid of a Ram 1500 with the 5.7, so he's extremely used to the 5.7 power, but obviously in the Charger, it's quite a bit more enjoyable, right?
Oh yeah, it's a lot better than the truck.
Pretty quick. So on paper, it says it does 0 to 60 in the mid-5s range, which isn't slow by normal standards, but really in today's standards, it's not that fast, but it's extremely enjoyable. The experience you get in a 5.7, basically just a V8 car in general, it's a lot of fun. And of course, the interiors on these Dodge Charger Daytonas, they're just awesome. You've got the leather seats with the suede inserts. You've got all the technology you need, heated and cooled seats. You've got all the modes, all the adjustability, and the outside looks good too. Now, I'd honestly prefer to have the 6.4 liter Hemi just because I have the 6.4 in the Rubicon 392, so it'd be a perfect match. But for what these things are, they're pretty hard to beat. And it's actually got right at 60,000 miles and it's priced right under $40,000. So if this is a vehicle that some of you may be interested in, I will attach a link below in the description. I'll also put his contact information if you guys want to get a little bit more information on it and try to strike up a deal. As long as you're not concerned about miles per gallon and you're only focused on smiles per gallon, this is definitely a win. And if you stay focused on smiles per gallon, inevitably, you'll probably end up in a Rubicon 392. So that's what we're gonna go test out right now. So now we're in the Jeep Rubicon 392. Thomas has actually had a Jeep Wrangler in the past, so he's familiar with how typical Wranglers drive. Obviously, this is quite a bit different, but we're gonna take it down the same roads and see how it feels. And I almost forgot, but we did just put it into the all-wheel drive mode, so it's a little bit safer for what we're gonna do. I'll be 100% honest, whenever you use this in just standard two-wheel drive, it's a little risky. So what was your typical experience with the Jeep Wrangler you had in the past? What do you think about Wranglers in general?
I like them, but they're just rough, you know? It's just a different ride.
I definitely agree with that, especially with the solid axles front and rear. It drives different, it handles different. They're loud on the inside, especially whenever you have a straight pop V8 one, so it's not the smoothest ride. What do you think about that?
It's nice. It's nice.
And now with the Jeeps, of course, you guys already know all about the interior. It's pretty much the same that you can get in a lot of the normal Rubicons. You've just got some different things under the hood and what's actually under the Jeep itself. Now, what we're gonna do in just a second, we're gonna take that same lap, but we're gonna put it in Off-Road Plus mode. So this doesn't have technically a sport mode or anything like that, but in Off-Road Plus, it basically does the exact same things that the Super Track Pack does. It changes the steering input, the throttle response, as well as the transmission shift points. So it just makes it more aggressive. It is extremely loud. It don't drive bad for a Jeep really either, does it?
No, I have more control than I did on my Jeep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I don't have control when I'm driving a Jeep usually.
Yeah. I've got this one set up pretty good. It could go really bad, but the way that it's set up, it actually handles everything the right way. So now we have it in Off-Road Plus, and we'll basically test it out again. And you do have to brake quite a bit sooner. Obviously, it weighs a little bit more, it brakes a little bit worse, but it adds to the experience and just makes it a little bit more fun. And I'll be the first to tell you guys it's way scarier in this Jeep whenever you're on the passenger side. You have no clue what's about to happen.
Especially when it's your first time driving.
Yeah. Never even rode with this guy in a car before. Oh my gosh. Brakes suck, don't they?
Yeah.
So now that you've driven both of them, what do you think? What's your honest opinions about both and how they compare?
This one's a little bit harder to control. A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's expected as a Jeep.
Of course.
They're both quick, both fun to drive. I would own both of them, I'd say.
If you had to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, fun factor wise, just fun, what would you rate the Charger at?
Charger, probably an 8.5.
Deal. And what would you rate the Rubicon 392 at?
I think as like a daily driver.
No, just fun factor.
Just fun.
No daily driver. No daily driver rate.
For fun, probably a 9.
Deal. So if you didn't have to think about fuel economy and paying for it, which one would you want to drive daily?
Probably the Charger, to be honest.
I would too. I can say that for sure. This one's a lot more fun, but you kind of have to prepare for whatever you're about to do. If you are going on a longer trip, you like mentally have to prepare for it and tell yourself that you're going to be driving this loud Jeep that gets all kinds of exhaust noises and all the wind noises. And anytime a gust of wind comes, you better be ready to hold on because it's going to blow this thing everywhere. What do you think about having the V8 in a Wrangler? Do you like the V8 in a Wrangler or would you rather have the normal V6?
It's more fun. I don't know if it's necessary, but it's fun, yeah.
I can attest to that. It's definitely not necessary, but it adds a lot more, like we talked about before, miles per gallon. And of course, if you guys didn't catch it in the last video, we're actually doing another giveaway with Last Fit. So as you can see, the floor mats in my Jeep Wrangler stay covered pretty much all the time. The great part about the floor mats from Last Fit is that they are laser cut and they're custom fit. So whatever mud gets in there, it's gonna stay. You don't have to worry about tracking anything else anywhere else. They work great, and I've been really impressed with the performance of these floor mats so far. Of course, they've got them in the back as well, and they've got that same aggressive tread pattern going all the way across. And in the back, the best part is they are one piece. Now, if you guys want to get entered into this giveaway that Last Fit is doing on the channel, all you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed, like the video, and comment Last Fit. That's LASFIT, and you'll be entered to win on this next giveaway. So now that you guys have had a fair chance to see really the test between both, let me know in the comments below which one would you pick for a daily driver and which one do you think would be more fun. Well, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you guys haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. But until then, Godspeed.